Hey, welcome back, guys. Today I thought I'd cover a couple different topics. The first is um, my daily driver. Basically, you're looking at it. It is the GNOME desktop. Now, as I mentioned in a few prior videos, I had taken a look at uh, plain old Arch with GNOME. I took a look at Solus. Well, I took a look at Solus with the Mate, but they also have one with the GNOME desktop, so I considered that. Um, I tried out Ubuntu 17.10, which instead of Unity comes with the GNOME desktop. And to be honest, I'm normally an XFCE kind of guy. I prefer the simplicity of the XFCE desktop in most cases. But lately, I prefer GNOME, and it's a couple reasons. One is I don't have to mess with it. Um, it configures very easily. There's lots of options available through extensions. So really, whatever you want to do with it, you can pretty much do with the GNOME desktop. And I settled, as my daily driver, I settled on Debian Stable, also referred to as Debian Stretch. I settled on Debian Stable with the GNOME desktop for a few reasons. Mainly stability. I know that it's going to work day in, day out. I also know that updates are very conservative, so the odds of anything breaking during an update are going to be slim to none. Um, the new Debian stable version Stretch now pretty much covers all of the drivers that I need. So my Wi-Fi drivers are covered whether I'm using Realtek or whether I'm using Broadcom. My NVIDIA drivers are covered no matter if I'm using my NVIDIA GTX 760 card or my 1050 Ti card. The drivers are available. Um, I do have to go through a somewhat manual installation process, but it's really just a step-by-step, very easy process. I've outlined the NVIDIA process in a few prior videos, um, and I had requests to do that again, um, but I've done recent videos on that, so if you guys need me to do it over, I can do it over. Just let me know. I can do a uh, Debian Stretch GNOME desktop video for you with the driver installation process for both the Wi-Fi and the NVIDIA. If you'd like that, just let me know, and I'll try to put that together for you. And I also have plans to do a theming video. So in other words, the desktop that you're looking at now is it's pretty easy to achieve. I just moved the top panel to the bottom. I'm using dash to dock for the launcher bar on the left. Um, if you remember the Conky that I was using, I'm still using the same Conky, but I have lengthened a little bit by adding the PM designation. I've lined up the fonts, the various lines of information, trying to balance it off as much as I possibly could. And so this is basically the look that I am using lately, and this is pretty much the desktop that I use. I don't mess with it. I don't change it much, other than maybe I change the desktop wallpaper once in a while, but I'm pretty happy with it because it doesn't require a lot of babysitting. Um, being Debian, it's very stable. As I said, the updates are not going to break my system. So that's the reason I am using the GNOME desktop. Now, that doesn't mean I am a distro hopper by nature. So I'm sure that I will be jumping around a little bit, but for the most part, this is what I use on a day-to-day basis. So the second topic that I wanted to cover today is just some information for you guys on the reason that the frequency of my videos has been cut back a little bit. And the frequency of, I'm going to try to make more videos, but I'll tell you what I'm struggling with right now. I've been fighting cancer for about maybe 7 or 8 years, and I've been pretty lucky in that time. The cancer was diagnosed as a low stage, non-aggressive. I did have my 5th surgery a week ago yesterday. So I've had 5 surgeries in the last 7 or 8 years. But they've been, the surgery, the recurrence of the cancer has been getting more frequent, closer together. So for example, when I was first diagnosed, I had to go into the hospital for surgery, and it didn't come back for about 3.5 years. That point it came back again. I had to go into the hospital for a second surgery. After that, the recurrences have been more frequent. I have less time between recurrences. So, for example, I had surgery in September of 2016, and then they checked me every 3 months throughout the year that's passed, and I went for a checkup a few weeks ago, and they found a recurrence. So I had to go into the hospital last Friday, and they operated on me, and they knew that they had seen 3 tumors, and they removed all 3, but while they were operating, they found that there was an area that was a little bit more advanced. And so that had to be surgically removed. And then they gave me a chemo treatment, and they sent the tumors off for the pathology evaluation. So this time around, I wasn't quite as lucky as last time. And the cancer is a little bit more aggressive, and it's a high grade, so it's no longer low grade. And so a different treatment has to be started. So starting in 2 weeks, I begin a series of 6 weekly treatments that are very aggressive and may affect my ability to make videos. So the side effects of this treatment vary from mild to pretty severe. So hopefully I'm on the mild side and I won't notice a whole lot, but it is a very intense, aggressive form of chemo. But as I said, hopefully the side effects will be minimal. I'll be able to get through the 6 weeks. After that, there are periodic treatments for the following 2 years. and hopefully all goes well. So it is kind of scary, but hopefully they'll get a handle on it and get to the bottom of it. They've been watching me very closely so that it didn't get out of hand. So we shall see. So I do appreciate any thoughts and prayers that you may have. And as I said, as long as I'm physically able, I will try to do some videos. So if you have any topics that I could cover in a brief video, pass them along to me, and as long as I'm able to, I'll try to go ahead and help you out with whatever you guys need help with. And one other note, I wanted to pass information along to Fishman from Fishman Loves Linux. A few weeks ago, there was mention on one of the other Linux channels that his dad was looking for a computer and wasn't able to get a computer, and so at the time I sent a message to Fishman letting him know that I had a spare system that I could put together, and nothing fancy, but it does the job. So if Fishman, if you hear this and your dad still needs that computer, let me know, and I'll send that computer along to him, and hopefully he can get some use and enjoyment out of it. So guys, that is it for this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel today, and I will see you soon. Take care.